Do you want to be controlled by your environment? Or do you want to take back control and take charge of your eating habits? I'm Bex, and I am your Healthy Habit Hacks coach. Through my Healthy Habit Hacks, taking you from overwhelmed to action program, I help practical people black out the noise of diet culture and take charge of their eating habits for life. There was a powerful analogy I heard the other day, and maybe you've heard it too. Picture an elephant, one of the most powerful animals on earth. They have so much potential in their minds. Research has shown that they have incredible memories. They have strong bonds with their herds, fighting off predators and working as a team if one is in trouble. And a quick side note, I am perhaps totally guilty of watching those animal videos on Facebook that tug at your heartstrings. I start one video and have a really hard time stopping, and I get emotional every single time. Anyway, and elephants are obviously their physical powerhouses. You wouldn't want to arm wrestle one, let's say. Now, imagine an elephant in a circus, tied to a post, not going anywhere. How does that majestic beast not recognize its true potential? How does it not recognize the fact that it can destroy the entire circus if it wanted to, one tent at a time, despite the post? And the answer? It has been conditioned since childhood. Circuses take a baby elephant and tie it to a post with a rope. When that baby elephant tries to get away, she can't because she's small. She starts believing that she can't. And even as she transforms into a magnificent creature that is completely capable of breaking the rope and the post, she is stuck in her past experiences. She believes that she can't. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you'll know that action is influenced by both wanting to act and being able to act. If you want to change, but believe you can't, then you won't. You are living your current life based on how you were trained and conditioned, like that elephant. And because of this conditioning, you have developed ways of thinking about food and your body. That way of thinking has created habits that are impacting your health. Your environment is influencing your food choices every single day. But you have more power than you know. You have so much potential. And if you confront the fears that are holding you back and the mindset that is keeping you from reaching your big why, you have the power to turn I can't into I can. In order to recognize those gremlins, sirens, or birdie bots jelly beans, this is in reference to my previous video, so if you missed it, check it out. Let's go through some common fears that act as mental barriers to change. The fear of loss. The question that bounces around in your head might be, but what am I going to lose if I make this change? Which leads to thoughts and beliefs like, I will never get to eat pizza ever again. Or if I do this, this means that I won't be able to enjoy time at brunch with my girlfriends like I do now. Or we think, I will be losing a part of my identity. Because we often tie how we look or eat to who we are. Or maybe you fear the journey. We as human beings do not like to be consistently uncomfortable. But the very nature of change is to pop that comfort bubble to reach your desired destination. And along with that, sometimes when we think about changing or what we have to do to change, we get tired. We get overwhelmed. We don't even know where to start. I was a flight attendant for 7 years, but even I would take advantage of some type of portal to get me from one end of the planet to another in minutes. Seconds would be even better. There is adventure and joy in the journey, but it takes effort to see it, especially when you're jet-lagged and tired. Now, what about when you reach your destination? Because another fear that might be calling out to you is the fear of outcome. Again, maybe you're afraid of a new identity. Maybe you are so scared that you'll become one of those crazy marathon runners that you don't even want to go down the path of pursuing healthy habits. Or perhaps you don't want to be the person that says no to the French fries at the restaurant. You have a story in your head of positive and negative examples of what it means to pursue a healthy relationship with food and well-being. And the negatives are dominating your mental narrative. You have been conditioned to believe that the outcome is an all or nothing game. But the all is overwhelming and the nothing is slowly killing you. You feel overwhelmed by the choices, so you do not act. If you do act and you do become the crazy health nut, what will your friends and family say? Because another fear that calls out to us is the fear of rejection or the fear of being disliked. I really love this phrase, your vibe attracts your tribe, because it gives me permission to be unapologetically me. I resonate with it. And when you dissect it, at its heart, it's calling upon the tribal nature of humans. Like attracts like. And we all seek some type of connection and sense of belonging, no matter how introverted or disillusioned with the world you are. And I found that some of my clients find it really difficult to implement habits purely due to the people that are around them. They want to feel included in the barbecues and birthday parties without standing out or having to explain themselves and their food choices. And this was, and still is, a fear that I have to face head on every single day. When I had horrible food sensitivities and had to eliminate a lot of things from my diet, I would literally be in tears when a server would accidentally put cheese on my salad. Okay, not because I was angry at the server, but because I didn't want to be the girl that sent the food back because there was something wrong with it. I didn't want to be judged as the picky one at all. There were so many dinners and events I missed out on in my last year of university because I couldn't eat the food and I didn't want to stand out. I'll never be able to thank my sister enough for often standing up for me in those times. She would politely tell the server that I had asked for no cheese and that I had an allergy. I wasn't just being picky. Which, by the way, now I say that if you want to be picky, then that's fine. This whole shame and judgment around food choices is honestly just getting ridiculous these days. So it doesn't have to be something that you take a stand on and create divides. And let me assure you, there is beauty in the balance. Nourishment does not only involve the body, it also involves your mind and your heart. So anyway, off my soapbox now, which is ironic because it's my stance, but do you relate to any of those fears? Do you relate to more than one? Those fears can also be reasons why we make a habit of quitting. My Healthy Habit Hacks program is all about habits and how we can use them to take charge of our food choices. But quitting can also be a habit. If you don't recognize and face those fears and work on ways to overcome them, then they block you from where you want to go. They make it easier to quit, which then makes giving up easier the next time you try to make a change. And if or when you don't see results right away, you lose even more motivation to put in the work to reach your destination. I'll talk about this more in other mind dump videos, so in case you haven't noticed, I'm using these as a way to process through my thoughts and to become a better Healthy Habit Hacks coach. But in turn, I hope that they add some value to your life and your journey as a habit hacker. And this is why I designed my program to help you feel successful right away. By shifting perspective and tapping into the neuroscience of habit development, you can achieve immediate success. When done over and over again, you will achieve amazing outcomes. But again, first you need to recognize and confront the fears that tend to lead into negative ways of thinking. These ways turn into patterns of thinking, habits, and take us away from our desired outcomes, not towards them. These habitual thought patterns bred from fear of change are called the 3 habits of self-limitation. So let's bring them to light so we can confront them. Number 1, wrong point of focus. You get what you focus on. If you are focused on what you don't want, then that is your reality. Number 2, Limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs are ingrained habits of thinking that we believe to be true. They're usually imposed upon us when we're young by our environment and experiences or conditioning as we are growing up. They are the glass ceiling of what we believe to be true or what we can achieve. So think back to that little elephant. As an adult, she does not believe that she can break away from that post, even though she very obviously can. She believes she can't, which holds her back from action. Number 3, self-doubt. When I say that my Healthy Habit Hacks program will help you cut out the noise of diet culture and take charge of your eating habits for life, when you know that there is a proven science-backed system to get there, when there are powerful tools to empower your journey, when there are others that have gone before you and been successful using these methods, but you ask for certainty through other people's journeys, then you do not believe in yourself. When somebody wants certainty of an outcome when it comes to food or a diet or a program, then they do not believe in themselves. They do not believe in their own ability to get the results that they want by figuring things out. So they cannot move forward because they are letting that little voice that says, I can't, or what if I fail, hold them back. Perhaps because they have failed so many times before. But that little voice becomes a big voice, gaining strength in their heads, blocking them from action, not letting them change. And when you do not have faith in yourself, you tend to have very little faith in others too. So some of these messages are hard pills to swallow. I get it. I'm working through them myself in other areas of my life. I am so passionate about taking you from overwhelmed in this world of dieting and nutrition advice to action. I want you to take charge of your eating habits for life. Think about it. How much time and emotional and mental energy are you spending on beating yourself up for how you eat or how you look or how you are not reaching your goals? What if you could gain that energy back and put it towards your loved ones, your career, your other dreams and ambitions? That's my mission and my passion, to give you back the time and mental space to pursue your missions, your passions with a healthy mind and body. There is nothing wrong with you. You are enough as you are. And because you are enough, treat yourself with kindness. Take care of your well-being, your mind and your body. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you found this insightful. Please feel free to comment below. Hit like on the video if you did like it. It does provide a good metric for feedback for me, and it lets me know if the content that I'm producing and providing is useful. And subscribe to the channel if you want the latest updates. All the best.